So recently I've been working on a few ways to kind of lighten my load, and constantly I'm re-evaluating the gear that I take, because it's what backpackers do. We're always trying to figure out what's the best possible thing, and I'm no exception to that, even though I don't talk about gear very often. And so I recently made a switch in my gear, and I switched up my headlamp. So the headlamp I was using was the Petzl Reactik Plus. This is a pretty involved headlamp. It's not the smallest headlamp in the world. It does have some really cool features. It does react to light, so if I were to look at a map, it would automatically dim so it wouldn't blind me. And it's got a pretty high lumen count, 350 lumens. And believe it or not, it can Bluetooth communicate with my phone and tell me how much battery has left and burn time and all that. And so I got it because I thought, well, you know, being a rechargeable, you know, I might run through it a little bit easier, quicker, so having a bigger battery would be better. And I found on most of my backpacking trips, especially on the shorter weekender ones, which I do most of, I was only using about 2% of the battery life for this entire thing. And I was lugging it around quite a bit. So I decided I wanted to go with something a little bit smaller, because this is going to be great if I'm out doing night hikes and things like that. But on most trips, I'm only using my headlamp for maybe 20 minutes at max for the entire trip, just to be able to find stuff in the tent, or not trip over a rock when I'm going out for a midnight pee because I got too cold. So I switched it to the Petzl Bindi. Still a rechargeable headlamp, but obviously, as you can see, it is smaller. It's actually about half the weight, and doesn't have quite as involved of a strap. There's no reactive lighting to it. It only has a few different light settings, and then of course it has a red lamp setting, and it has the ability to lock out both electronically and manually. So I can either hold the button down and lock it out, and then also I can flip it around and the housing will actually protect the button from being pushed down. This also allows me to put it around a Nalgene bottle to use as a lamp. But in general, it's smaller. It's about half the weight. It's more compact. So I'm interested to see how it works out well for you. What's a gear change that you've recently made, or a piece of gear that you found that has made your life easier? Comment below and let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for subscribing. Have a great day and hike on.